Hello, my name is Sorin Ducaro. I am the director of I'm the honorary chairman of the Scientific Council New Strategy Center and director of the European Union Satellite Center. It is my honor to moderate this panel. This panel is focused on a key topic for this conference, namely the strategic importance of the Black Sea and the need to ensure stability, security, freedom, cooperation, and prosperity in the region in order to allow this region to reach its full potential. It is my honor to introduce to you two distinguished speakers, Her Excellency Minister of Foreign Affairs, Madam Luminița Odobescu, and uh, His Excellency Mihai Popșoi, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Foreign Affairs and European Integration, Republic of Moldova. Now I invite Madam Minister to deliver her speech, and then we will give the floor to Minister Popșoi. Afterwards, we will continue with a dialogue on the strategic topic. Dear Minister, you have the floor. Thank you, dear Ambassador. Esteemed Minister, welcome again to Bucharest. Distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to start by thanking New Strategy Center for having offered us the opportunity to discuss about the strategic importance of the Black Sea yet again. Today, when we speak about the Black Sea, we speak about its features, problems we are faced with, but also solutions we strive to identify for the Black Sea. I would like to pinpoint that the Black Sea is a highly important region for the security of all littoral states and for Europe's security and Euro-Atlantic security. Nonetheless, why? Because its role has been emphasized by the war of aggression led by Russia in Ukraine, but also by the hybrid attacks made by Russia in the region. This boosts the security relevance of the Black Sea because the war of aggression led by Russia is unfolding in the proximity of our borders and in the Black Sea region. The Black Sea is important for the energy security of the states in the region, for food security, because due to the support given by Romania to Ukraine in order to transport its grains, we support to ensure food security for numerous states worldwide. Our goal is to have freedom of navigation at the Black Sea to enable trade. This is why the Black Sea needs to be a free sea, a secure sea. What is the current situation? I couldn't say we are or we are able to speak about a current situation because Russia has been struggling for a number of years to maintain internal conflicts and transform them into frozen conflicts. We are speaking about Transnistria, Abkhazia, South Ossetia, in order to control the region. And this policy reached its climax when Russia attacked Ukraine, jeopardizing our security, jeopardizing the European security, and we are living the consequences, the aftermath of this aggression. We have a wave of refugees, we have disinformation, we have espionage, we have destabilization of security and safety in the region and in the littoral states. These tactics are deployed by Russia, but we also have disinformation, misinformation, and hybrid attacks. Bringing peace back to the Black Sea is essential for our security. Obviously, this is not easy to achieve. We all desire to have peace in Ukraine, but this peace cannot be gained at all costs. It should be gained when Ukraine deems fit. And we should avoid another frozen conflict in our region. This is why we support the peace formula presented by President Zelensky. We will participate at the peace summit, and for us it is important to register progress because Ukraine is not only a strategic partner for Romania, it is a neighboring country, and we have we want sustainable peace in Ukraine. And we shall continue to support Ukraine as long as it is needed until Ukraine gains victory. So we will talk the talk and walk the talk. Therefore, we will continue our support for Ukraine. We are also looking towards our neighbors, our vulnerable partners. But my co-panelist will express his viewpoint about the security in the region. The Republic of Moldova has European aspirations, and these aspirations are a priority on our agenda, be it either bilateral or European or multilateral. This is of utmost importance because the Republic of Moldova is now the victim of hybrid attacks and of disinformation that triggers emotional reactions, and these hybrid attacks are striving to chase Moldavia away from its European integration path. We shall also continue to support the Georgian efforts. Georgia, who wants to become a EU member state, and it is important to emphasize the advantages of such European integration times and again. When we are in a difficult security context, we should not forget about the connectivity component because the Black Sea is a link between Europe and the Caucasus region and between Europe and the Middle East, and with the Mediterranean Sea. When we speak about the Black Sea, we always think about two key concepts: security and connectivity. Security because of the current context, and connectivity because we should continue to promote the economic component at the Black Sea. This economic component gives our citizens prosperity. So this component should be viewed from different angles. We have the energy component. We have important resources at the Black Sea. We have the underwater cable with linking Romania, Hungary to Georgia and Azerbaijan. So this links the EU through Romania to Central Asia. And we are also speaking about important energy reserves at the Black Sea. Our objective as littoral states is to cooperate in order to secure energy security. So we are speaking about navigation. A new sea line between Constanța and Karasu was recently opened in order to intensify trade. Now, we should also defend the Black Sea. We should secure the Black Sea by eliminating the mines, and for that we have the demining program with Turkey. So all these actions showcase the geostrategic role played by the Black Sea, and we are glad that this is reflected rightfully in the Vilnius communique, and we hope it will be reflected in the Washington communique after the Washington summit as well. The Black Sea plays a strategic role, and it is recognized as such in the strategic documents drafted by the U.S. France has also drafted a strategic document about the strategic role played by the Black Sea. Therefore, we should also emphasize the strategic importance of the Black Sea whenever we meet with our allies and partners in similar formats. But this should also be translated into concrete actions deployed by NATO allies, by EU member states and EU accession candidates, through concrete projects, as I told you. And all our goals when it comes to foreign policy are consistently monitored, because our main goal is to bring Black Sea in a peaceful area, in a stable field. This war is also a hybrid war. We have been speaking about resilience a lot. When we speak about the Black Sea, we can speak about how we the EU supporters, Ukraine's supporters, and the supporters of candidate states to find solutions to our problems. This can be done through cooperation and dialogue, and mutual support for our partners who are now facing great dangers, such as Ukraine and the Republic of Moldova. Romania shall continue to support the Republic of Moldova, and we will continue our bilateral dialogue today. Obviously, for us as Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the Black Sea remains a core of interest to promote our goals either on the EU agenda or NATO agenda, and in our dialogue with the states in the region. Thank you very much, and I would like to express my commitment to continue this dialogue. Thank you, dear Minister, for this very clearly structured speech telling us about cooperation and connectivity and the role the Black Sea plays. Now I invite Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Foreign Affairs and European Integration, His Excellency Mihai Popșoi, to take the floor. Hello. I'm very glad to be in Bucharest again. As a citizen of the Republic of Moldova, I always feel at home in Bucharest. I hope Romanians feel the same when they visit Bălți or Cahu or Chișinău. Yesterday, the Romanian government announced a new package of aid for the Republic of Moldova. This is deeply appreciated by the Moldovan citizens. Despite all the challenges we are faced with, Romania has always been there for us. This gives hope to the Moldovan citizens because we appreciate our closest friends and relatives for their support. After the minister's speech and considering the esteemed audience, I don't think it is necessary to continue to explain the strategic importance of the Black Sea. It seems redundant, but the Black Sea for the Republic of Moldova and the Black Sea region are of utmost importance. Our exports rely on the Black Sea. Our energy resources rely on the Black Sea and depend on the Black Sea. And Romania will soon become a great gas exporter. And the Black Sea is also a transit region for hydrocarbons from the Caspian Sea to towards littoral states, and therefore the security and peace of the Black Sea region is essential. But especially when we speak about food security, we in the Black Sea region might see this concept as abstract because we have very productive agriculture. We have high yield. But for other countries, food security and Black Sea stability are of utmost importance. This year, we took part in a conference, and I was in the same panel with the president of ECOWAS, West African countries, and the president of Malawi. That's when I realized how important grain exportation from Ukraine is for a state such as Malawi and other sub-Saharan states in Africa, because for them the security of the Black Sea is a life or death issue. They lack their own agricultural produce, and imports from Ukraine and from the Black Sea region are a life or death problem, impacting the lives of their people. The Republic of Moldova is honored for having been able to contribute to securing food for these people and for offering those solidarity lanes. More than 1 billion tons, 1 million tons of grain was exported through the Republic of Moldova to Africa. So we will continue to invest in our railroad infrastructure, road infrastructure, in order to support Ukraine in their endeavor to export grains and to support countries that need that food so much. The Republic of Moldova will continue to invest in its own security in order to be less vulnerable in the face of the repercussions of the Russian attacks and of the hybrid attacks led by the Russian Federation against the Republic of Moldova and our people. So we will take measures to boost our resilience, and through the cybersecurity agency we set up together last year, and through the partnership mission of the EU led by a Romanian citizen, a mission offering us new opportunities to consolidate our security, and through investments in defense that were significantly increased by us. Yes, indeed, we are far from investing 2% of the GDP in defense, but we've doubled the budget for the defense, and that's a great contribution for the security of the Black Sea region offered by the Republic of Moldova. The Republic of Moldova, as you well know, will remain a vulnerable state, considering that we have insufficient investment in security, in the security of the state institutions as well. And unfortunately, we've lived through regrettable times in which our leaders acted against national interests, against our capacity to defend ourselves, refusing to take part in joint military exercises, refusing to adopt documents that said that the main threat to the security of the Republic of Moldova is the Russian Federation. And in our national defense strategy, we mention these things. Corruption is one element that jeopardizes our security as well. And the energy crisis caused by Russia's aggression against Ukraine and inflation are only a few of the difficulties we had to go through and we are facing, but we want to allow the Republic of Moldova to be part of the great European family, and we do hope we'll manage to boost our security to do so. But with the help of Romanian members of European Parliament, Romanian politicians such as Mrs. Odobescu, Minister of Foreign Affairs, now we have the best relations possible with Romania. And on this strong bedrock, we will build long-standing relation with the Romanian people. I would like to thank all Romanian citizens for support granted to the Republic of Moldova in order to increase our standard of living. And despite all these difficulties, all the hampers, the Republic of Moldova, due to our friends from the free world, the Republic of Moldova is now stronger than it was 2 years ago or than it ever was. Energy security is ensured by our partnership and interconnectivity with Romania, and the Republic of Moldova will never be put in a vulnerable position to go through an energy crisis such as the one we had to go through because of the Russian aggression in Ukraine. I count on Romania's support and on the continuation of this fruitful dialogue with the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Romania. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Minister, for your all-encompassing, converging and complementary presentation and for your presence here. I have to stress the fact that we've had 4 government members from the Republic of Moldova at this forum in Bucharest. This shows the closeness of our ties and the pragmatism of our relationship. Allow me to start this dialogue by referring to a topic which is related to the title of this panel. And it was also touched upon in your presentations. And allow me to bring a historian's perspective, because I am among those that were at the front lines of promoting the strategic safety and security of the Black Sea, which was not an easy thing to do. We now have the NATO's strategic concept reaffirmed at Vilnius. We have the strategic compass of the EU. We have the maritime EU strategy. We have several national strategies, namely the one from France, the Black Sea Security Act from the US. And by the way, during one of the prior panels, U.S. representatives said that there's no strategy of the U.S. for the Red Sea or for the Malacca Straits. However, there is one such strategy for the Black Sea, which clearly shows that all eyes are turned in the U.S. towards this area. And people are aware of the need to bring resources and projects here. So I now turn to the Madam Minister. We'll have NATO summit in July. We have elections in June. What are your expectations with regard to future developments in these areas? With regard to, let's say, concrete projects and approaches in these countries. The Black Sea is obviously a continuous priority on our foreign policy agenda. And this is so because the consequences of the current security situation are being felt in various areas. I will no longer explain about that because everyone is aware about the strategic role of the Black Sea. Now we only have to come up with strategic actions and projects that will consolidate our resilience as democratic states littoral to the Black Sea. We are faced with hybrid warfare directly led from Russia, and we had several such incidents here in Romania. We had drones that fell on our soil. The Republic of Moldova has so far successfully faced hybrid cyber attacks. So we have consequences in multiple domains. Our goal is to strengthen our resilience using all the toolkit that we have within NATO. It is an important process, and it's been talked about within NATO, within the EU. There have been several talks as well as the strategic agenda talks. In preparation of the Washington summit, which is an anniversary summit, we try to be able to convey a transatlantic unity and coordination message. We will only be strong if we have a common voice and if we stay united in our actions supporting Ukraine. This is our main goal, including to continue the allied actions aimed to help Ukraine. We've seen the current proposals of the Secretary General. For us on the eastern flank, it is paramount to strengthen the deterrence and defense posture, and we have regional plans in this regard. We are working on it. We are strengthening them. When we speak about the eastern flank, we refer to the Black Sea as well. This cannot be treated separately. In Vilnius, there were paragraphs, consistent ones, carrying proposals aimed to increase the resilience and the security in the Black Sea region. And our allies and ourselves will ensure this posture here in the region and at the Black Sea. That is why we are closely coordinating with our other allies, with our partners, Bulgaria and Turkey, that are our allied partners on the shores of the Black Sea. We also pursue our European action. It is important for us that the Ukraine's and Republic of Moldova's accession process be continued. It is one of our, let's say, top priorities, at least for the Foreign Affairs Ministry. We intend to support Ukraine and the Republic of Moldova in their accession talks at Brussels directly. And not only that, but we also will provide counseling and expertise and support to our Moldovan colleagues from the administration. We are against the clock in this process, which is, we know from our own experience, not very easy. It requires constant efforts from the government administration. And of course, I could keep on going about what we are doing because the discussions are vast. But in conclusion, we support very sensitive issues which are attacking the very fundamentals of democratic states. And I'm referring to these hybrid actions. and their consequences. We need to consolidate our institutions, and if I may, I will also speak on your behalf. So we need to consolidate our institutions' capacity to detect such actions and to rapidly react, because these attacks are ever more sophisticated and complicated with dire consequences. Thank you, Minister, for going into detail and for underlying, I should say, the second dimension of this conflict. The hot spot, the hot war is carried out in Ukraine. However, there is a hybrid war that crosses our borders and affects us, other countries, and we should not forget about this other component of this war, because it destabilizes us internally. Minister Popșoi, I would like to make a connection with what the minister was saying about the concrete efforts within NATO for more stability and security, for deterrence in the Black Sea region. And I would like to find out more about the initiatives of the Republic of Moldova in this sense. This past couple of weeks, there were several interesting actions. The security agreement signed by President Sandu and President Macron in Paris, and even more recently, a couple of days ago, the association agreement with the EU signed by Prime Minister Recean and Mr. Borrell. It is the first of its kind with a partner state. Can you tell us more about the significance of such agreements, and can you detail a little bit about your country's other efforts in order to consolidate its security, its resilience, and why not the regional security as a whole? Thank you for your question. Indeed, the Republic of Moldova is the first country to sign such a partnership with the EU, and the agreement signed with France also aims to increase our military capacity and other security aspects. So this agreement will especially contribute to growing our army's capacities, linguistically wise, logistically wise. We will carry out joint exercises with France, so that our army can take part in other international missions and can be a provider of security, not also only a consumer of security. So the partnership agreement with the EU is a framework that comprises all projects and programs that are underway currently, be it the cooperation for the strengthening of the cyber capacities or other cooperation programs. So all these will open the way for other opportunities in the future, so that security institutions will be strengthened. We are a sort of petri dish for the hybrid tactics of the Russian Federation. But once these tactics will fail in our country, they won't be used elsewhere. If, however, they are successful, let me assure you that they will be used elsewhere. So our role here is to ensure that they won't be successful. We aim to fight misinformation that intends to undermine the peace and stability of the Republic of Moldova. So, in conclusion, these partnerships all aim to strengthen the administrative institutions in our country, and we already see their effects in combating illegal funding for Russian assets or agents or the attempt to introduce illicit money in our country to fund protests or to create relationship and pay for corruption. And this is done not only through cash, but also via cryptocurrency. There's been attempts to use bank cards. So we need to be aware and to have a clear list and to combat these attempts. During the 20th of October referendum, which will be a turning point for our country, I think that the Russian Federation will deploy huge resources in order to hinder our path. So we have to strengthen our capacities in order to better resist and not allow them to undermine our path and our relationship, good relationship with partner states. And of course, we are successful in our attempts, but there's still a long way to go. Thank you, Minister. Let us now also speak about support given to Ukraine and about the situation there, not from a military standpoint, because that has already been done by the Ministries of Defense this morning. There's a proximity between Romania and the Republic of Moldova, not only geographically, but also politically. And this political will has played a key part in assuring freedom of export for Ukrainian grain or other products. It was a sort of lifeline, if I may, by opening up transport lines, energy transmission lines. On several occasions, Romanian high officials have underlined Romania's capacity to become a hub for the reconstruction process of Ukraine in partnership with the Republic of Moldova, given that we already have common projects underway with huge future potential. So, in light of these aspects, could you please, Minister, tell us more about concrete projects? You've spoken about this in the Antalya Forum. What else could we envisage in the future in order to establish this role for Romania and the Republic of Moldova in supporting and taking part in the reconstruction process of Ukraine?
We, as a trio, coordinate very well. So on all regional topics, my counterparts from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, but also the Minister of Transportation will meet up to discuss about how we can continue to support Ukraine bilaterally, but not only bilaterally, also at European level. with all actions aimed at this purpose. Our trilateral agreement aims to improve interconnectivity amongst us. We are opening new frontier points. We are improving the cross-border infrastructure in order to support Ukraine, of course, but also to support the Republic of Moldova and ensure fast transit of merchandise. And the main goal is ensuring Ukraine the capacity to transport grains through our countries. We are not only speaking about transportation infrastructure, but we also have energy transmission connectivity. Romania supports Ukraine when Ukraine suffers from major attacks on their energy infrastructure. That's when we step in and we support Ukraine. Yesterday, we adopted a decision for this purpose at governmental level to ensure interconnectivity between our states. So we are focusing on interconnectivity, and this issue is approached in a coordinated manner. We, of course, look towards the future, and all investments carried out in infrastructure with the support of our American partners and European partners is performed. We also want to contribute to Ukraine's reconstruction because we are a neighboring country and we have this links with Ukraine. We have this interconnectivity. It should be used for mutual interest. We want to have a dialogue with the business environment, with companies operating in Romania and in other neighboring countries, because we want to become a logistic center for the reconstruction of Ukraine. Therefore, we want to get involved in this reconstruction process. These are important goals, and I have frequent dialogues with my counterparts, with my colleagues in Kiev, in Chisinau, because we are concerned with what is happening at regional level, but also within the EU at security level. Thank you very much. What about the Republic of Moldova? The Republic of Moldova also prepares to become a logistic hub for Ukraine. As our friends in Kiev say, we should make sure there's less of a reconstruction to be done. There are less damages done in Ukraine. That would be better for us all. We want to give hope to Ukraine that damages will be less important, but we have the capacity to invest in railway infrastructure to modify the gauge so that we can build also Uniri Highway that will link Ungheni to Chisinau and connect the Republic of Moldova to logistical ways. We have that ring road around the Black Sea project that has been halted for the moment because of the war, but there are collaboration opportunities inside. We also focus on energy connections and joint energy projects, Balsuceava, Isaccia, Regni, and I know that Minister Burduja is focusing on this project, making it a priority. Therefore, we are grateful for the fact that he is securing the export of energy to the Republic of Moldova, thus diminishing our dependence on Russian energy. In the next 2-3 years, we will eliminate electric power dependency on Russia, and due to our collaboration with our partners, we are no longer dependent on Russian gas. Thank you very much for your interventions. It is always a good idea to emphasize that there are initiatives that are put into practice and they are not on paper anymore. It's a de facto integration through these connections. But this leads me to de jure integration of the Republic of Moldova in the EU, and of course, Ukraine's de jure integration to the EU. Yes, I know that these are different steps, different milestones for the future. But, dear Minister, tell me what are the near future priorities, and at the end of the panel, we will invite Madam Minister to tell us how Romania will support these priorities and what Romania will do. Because support for the Republic of Moldova is indeed multi-partisan priority, and we are eager to find out what is going to happen in the near future. We are looking forward for the intergovernmental conference in June, and I hope we'll move on to bilateral screening and we will open the first negotiation clusters and chapters. And Romania remains our main supporter, ally, and advocate. And I want to express my gratitude to the minister for this generous support. I always tell our European partners that other ministries of foreign affairs should step up and do the same, support the Republic of Moldova. But the progress we've registered is due to our close cooperation. We do hope for positive results in June. We are confident because we receive a lot of aid, support, and capacities from Romania in order to implement the necessary reforms to boost the standard of living in the Republic of Moldova. We promised this to our Moldavian citizens, but we are confident we will obtain positive results in June, and we will reach our target, namely that of joining the European family and our partners from the free world. Dear Minister, you have the floor. I would like to add that despite difficulties, multiple difficulties the government in Chisinau is faced with. We should all applaud the progresses in implementing reforms. Those progresses are real progresses in short time and under pressure. These advancements were made. The fight against corruption, economic advancements, these are visible progresses. We will continue to support the Republic of Moldova in its efforts to adopt reforms, but we need to emphasize that these results come after a lot of struggles. The President Maya Sandu, together with her government, managed to register a lot of progress. My colleagues and the Romanian diplomacy has supported the Republic of Moldova to meet these objectives. And in the intergovernmental conference, we will present this progress. We should not forget that there is momentum now, and we should support Ukraine and the Republic of Moldova on their path towards European integration. We shall continue to support our colleagues in Chisinau through a constant dialogue, through our expertise, and there is constant dialogue between the two prime ministers, between the two ministries of foreign affairs, but the other ministries also communicate and keep a dialogue, because we want to do better in supporting our colleagues in Chisinau to transpose the reforms into practice. We should do everything it takes to support their accession process. But this endeavor is not only a diplomatic one. It is a process that supports reforms and that also performs a PR campaign for Chisinau, communicating the progress they registered to Brussels. Thank you very much. Allow me to thank you for making time for us. I know that you have a full agenda, but you managed to be here and present in detail your agenda in connection with the European agenda and transatlantic agenda. And do allow me, together with the public here, to applaud you, to cheer for you and for everything you are doing.